so on. And after second group, I would like to go to group number 13, and then I will discuss group number 14, group number 15, group number 16, group number 17, and group number 18. Okay, so I hope you all know very well which elements are in this group. Yes, so in group number 13, or even you can say it's 3A. This is the last version of the periodic table. 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A, or you can say 0. Okay. So in group number 13 or 3A, the first element would be, yes, guess what? Yes, boron, then carbon, then nitrogen, then oxygen, fluorine, and here we have, after helium, neon. So I was telling you about ions. When it comes to this element, element is neutral. Why this is neutral? Guess what? The atomic number is 1. It means 1 proton and 1 electron. Is there any net charge on this element? No. Yes. Ask me why. Because you know very well, +1 and -1, the answer would be 0. Then where's the charge on it? There is no charge on that. Yes, good. Let's talk about lithium. The atomic number is 3. Yes, if the atomic number is 3, that means 3 protons, that would be plus, and -3 electrons, and the overall charge on it is 0. Why 0? Because +3 and -3 is 0. Yes. So then what is an ion? An ion is when you disturb any element. Why do we disturb? Because elements are just trying to get configuration like noble gases, because they want to get in most stable form. So what they will do, for example, let's talk about sodium. Atomic number of sodium is 11. So in first shell, if we talk about configuration, if we talk about sodium, that would be first shell 2, yes, and second shell 8, 2 and 8, 10. How many you have in total? 11. So the last shell would be 1. In this form, sodium is not stable. Sodium is not stable. Ask me why. Yes, because this configuration is not similar like noble gases. Now, what does it mean? In noble gases, they are used to have their outer shell completed with 8. But does sodium has in outer shell 8 electrons? No. Why? Because in last shell it has 1 electron. So it will try to lose this electron. It will try to lose this electron. Yes. By the way, sodium is trying to keep here also 8. Even if you can make possible to give it more 7, then it will be 8. Yes, but it's not possible. So very easily it will lose this 1 electron. So when it lose 1, then 11 was, protons are same. As I told you, it will lose 1 electron. Now the electrons are 10. Yes or no? Yes, very good. So the charge would be +11 and -10, +1. That's why whenever you will see ion, the sodium would be charged plus. If I remove from here as an element, I wanted to mention it as a charge, so I mention +1. Or you can just write simply plus. Okay, so it means first group, all the elements in first group, they will have +1 charge. How? Let me just give you one more example, please. For example, potassium. Potassium atomic number is what? 19. Okay, in first shell, 2, then 8, 2 and 8, 10, again 8, 2 and 8, 10, 10 and 8, 18. Yes, and last one, Again one. See, I told you. So in first group, all elements will be having one electron in outermost shell. This is why they will be losing one electron, and that's why they will be getting plus one charged. Okay. So this is all about ions, and they are called cations. Cations, all positive ions, they are called cations. Okay, please keep in mind. Similarly, for second group, beryllium, atomic number is 4. Yes, and magnesium atomic number is 12. Calcium atomic number is 20. I'll just show you for, let's talk about calcium. So I have to erase from here so I can show you. For calcium, a configuration would be 2 in first shell, again 8, 10, again 8, 18, and but it was 20. That means here you have 2. So in last shell there are 2 electrons, and I told you what, they have to have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So if they are not 8, you have to make them 8. How? Just skip it from here, the last will be 8. So when you give it off, then the 20 means protons were 20, electrons were also 20 before, but now when you are giving these two, you have only 18 electrons. So plus 20 and minus 18, the answer would be plus 2. So this is why calcium, if I talk about as a charge, that would be plus 2 charged. Okay. Similarly, all the elements in group 2 would be charged by 2. The next elements are up to you. Yes, good was. Let's talk about group number 3. Boron atomic number is 5. So if I want to configure it, I will get 2 in first shell and 3 in second shell. See, there we have only 2 shells. Yes, but the main point is, in second shell, actually this is also second shell and also a last shell. And as I told you before, boys, in last shell they have to have 8 complete 8 electrons. So what they will do, it will lose also 3 electrons. If it will lose 3 electrons, then before that was plus 5, minus 5. I used term before this. So when it's giving 3 electrons, then that would be, protons are same but electrons are now only 2. Yes, very good. Why? Because 3 electrons, it has lost them. So plus 5 and minus 2 plus 3. See, so the charge on this boron would be plus 3. Similarly, for other elements, you can find by your own. Definitely the charge would be plus 3, and these all are cations. Okay, let's talk about, let me just give you one more clarification on oxygen. Who can tell me atomic number of oxygen? Yes, I heard that you said atomic number is 8. Okay, that's great. So in first shell there would be 2, in second shell 6, because you have only 8 electrons. So 2 and 6. Look at here now. Now valence electrons are 6. That means the outer shell has 6 electrons, but it has to have 8 electrons. So what it will do? This time these elements will not lose the 6 electrons. No, they will gain 2 electrons, because it's very easy to take 2 from someone rather than giving its own 6. No, so it will take 2 electrons. So when it will take 2, so when it was 8, that means 8 protons were there. Okay, and as I told you, it will gain 2. When it gains 2 electrons, it means now the electrons are not 8. Electrons are how many? Exactly 10 electrons. Okay, so let's talk about the charge. Plus 8 and minus 10 is negative 2. This is why oxygen is negatively charged by which number? 2. Yes, so the next elements after oxygen, you can try by your own. You will get negative charge. So these are anions. Anions means the negatively charged elements. Negatively charged elements are called anions, and positively charged elements are called cations. Let's talk about neon. 10. Atomic number is 10. Great. So if it's 10, it means protons were 10, electrons were 10. There was no neutral charge like other elements, but look at its configuration 2 and 8. That's it. My question is, look at the valence electrons. Yes, only 8 electrons. Do they need to get anyone or do they need to lose anyone? No. Why? Because our requirement is in last shell there should be 8 electrons. There is it. Yes. So that's why these all elements are called noble gases. Noble gases means they are in most stable form. They don't need to gain an electron. They don't need to lose an electron. So all the elements are trying to get configuration like noble gases. Now, this was all about cation, anion, and now what type of questions would be asked from you? For example, I can ask you what kind of charge is on the element who is having atomic number 19. I'll not give you the name of element. First you have to find out the element, then you have to configure it, then you have to find whether it's positively charged or negatively charged, and then you have to tell me this was cation or anion. But that's not fair. One element I'll do for you, others are up to you. So let's talk about, give me any number, any atomic number, any element. You said sulfur, I think. Yes. So the sulfur, you gave me number 16. I don't know whether it's sulfur or oxygen. You have to tell me. If the number is 16, 16 means 16 protons for this element and 16 electrons for this element. Yes. So the overall charge is neutral. Let's talk about its configuration. The configuration is first shell 2, yes. Then you have 8, yes, 2 and 8, 10. How many are left? 6, yes. What do you need here? The last shell is having 6. It should have 8 electrons. So what it will do? It will not lose 6 electrons. It will gain 2 electrons. So when it gains, the protons were same. Electrons will be 18. Why? Because it has to gain 2 electrons to become 8. Why 8? Because everyone is trying to keep the configuration like noble gases. So if it's negative 18, the answer would be negative 2. So when you go to the table, the number 16 would be for sulfur, and sulfur is charged negatively by 2, and this is called N9. Okay. If you have any question, you can comment on this video. So let's talk about the charges on metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals, because in the slides I mentioned one. For example, let's take any metal. So as you know very well, first two groups all are metals, transition metals, but I will just take a common name. Let's say metal. Okay, it can be any element. If I mention here 1, that means this metal belongs to which group? Yes, group number 1, because I mentioned here 1. If I mention here 2, it will belongs to group number 2. What's that? Electron dot structure. So actually, before I show you how do they bond, electron dot structure is very important. So over here, don't need to be worried, please. Group number 1, just mention